my name is James Williams. I'm Director of Programs with the Mobile Ecosystem Forum, the global neutral voice of mobile for the past 20 years. It gives me great pleasure today to be joined by Tomikas. And Uku is the Chief Connectivity Officer with Messente from Estonia. Uku, nice to see you. Hi.
Nice to see you as well, James. Thanks for having me.
Well, no, welcome. Welcome to the MEF community. And that's exactly what we're actually here to talk about. So the first things first, Messente, what do you do? Who are you?
So Messente is an EU messaging company, right? That's pretty much the easiest gist of it, what we actually do. But there is a slight bit of a focus to us and what we do in terms of messaging. We're very much focused on helping companies deliver their most critical forms of messaging and most critical forms of communication. So think emergency alerts, think transactional messages that would require you to do prank transactions, for example. Think two-factor authentication, think OTP, stuff like that. So we focus on those types of messaging where the cost of an undelivered message is unproportionately huge. You know, let's say that you have a parcel locker notification, and if you don't pick up your package from the parcel locker or from the post office, you know, they have to reprocess it, and with it comes, you know, multiple tens, maybe hundreds of euros of additional cost as compared to the actual few cents of costs per message, right? So that leads to a point where every single percentage or half of a percentage you can add in terms of delivery quality and delivery speed leads to, you know, orders of magnitude in terms of saved resources. For example, you know, you save 0.5%, but you're sending 1 million messages per month. So maybe the cost that you're actually saving is 50,000-60,000 euros per month because of the messaging costs compared to the actual alternative cost of not having it delivered. So that's what we focus on. And on top of that, you know, leading into that area, a lot of those messages are very often 2FA messages or one-time password messages. So we've also built a suite of tools to help companies start with that process of adding a second layer of security more easily to them. So we have our own authentication app, we have our own sort of number verification tools, etc., to try to help companies, you know, manage their critical communications a little bit better, a little bit more efficiently. And that's what we focus on.
Fantastic, thank you. Now, you've just joined the Mobile Ecosystem Forum, MEF. What prompted you to join MEF?
So, you know, MEF has been in discussion in our company for a fair few years now. And it came down to us really finally being in a position where we felt that we really want to be a part of the community. We want to be a part of the ecosystem, and we want to actually have our voice be heard for a change. We've always been a smaller kind of a company. Our CEO once mentioned or sort of named us, you know, a boutique messaging company. And we've always wanted to be more visible. And I think that MEF has become one of those organizations where even the smaller companies have that visibility, have that opportunity to have a say in how things are being done and how the community is being run. And of course, you know, tying into what we do and what we focus on, you know, the business critical side of things, of course, fraud prevention, insurance, revenues, things like that, being more at the center of trying to help manage those things and make them better and find that quality of service, see it to increase for companies and for our clients is absolutely paramount for us. And we want to be at the center of helping to drive that forward.
Fantastic. Well, you absolutely hit the nail on the head. MEF is neutral, MEF is member-led, and every single member has exactly the same weight. It doesn't matter whether you're a small organization or you're a huge global concern. So that's great. Now, you've really hit the ground running, and you've also signed up to the Business SMS Code of Conduct, a program which MEF has had running for a number of years now. And what motivated you to do that as well?
So it's kind of twofold for us. First and foremost, you know, it is another seal of approval. It's another stamp of appreciation, another stamp showing that Messente is committed to the values that we've always professed, right? If you're focused on clean communication, if you're focused on trying to build the best quality of service you can possibly do, the SMS Code of Conduct just highlights that commitment from our side for us. And it helps our clients see that commitment and build more trust. But there's another facet to this for us that is equally as important and equally as interesting for us. Things like the business code of conduct or the messaging code of conduct, they kind of level the playing field a little bit as well. You know, it's a set of rules that everyone agrees on. And the more the companies actually join that and sign that, the more we'll be driving towards a position in this ecosystem and in this type of service industry where you could see that we're driving towards the service being the most important thing, not how clever you could build your system, not how much resources you can put into clever ways of creating alternative forms of providing the service, but rather how good your support is, how good the service is, how transparent you are, how well you can build up the system to give the client what they actually need and what they actually want, being there for them and being there for their services. And it just helps, you know, us, especially being a smaller player, we focus on those, maybe sometimes those soft values. And for us, the business code of conduct, the messaging code of conduct, anything like that helps drive other companies in that direction as well. And that's why we wanted to sign, we did sign, and why we sort of implore others to sign in order to collectively steer that boat in that direction.
No, thank you very much. And I totally agree with you. It's about every single stakeholder, anyone touching the area of business SMS can actually sign up to the code of conduct. And it doesn't actually matter if you are a MEF member or not. It's open to every stakeholder around about. And it's all about doing the right thing. As long as you're an organization, you're setting about trying to do the right thing, and ultimately, at the end of the day, deliver trust to the consumer, because it's all about looking after the people out there, then you are absolutely fine to sign up to the code. Uku, thank you very much for joining me today. It's an absolute pleasure seeing you. And again, a very warm welcome to Messente to MEF. Thank you.
Thank you very much.